If you had to sell a steak for $100, do you think you could do it? Thank you for tuning in to Building Better Brands. I'm your host, Rezon Harris. We have something special for you today. You heard it right, the $100 cheesesteak. Man, this is what I love about branding. It really doesn't matter what your product is. When you have a quality product and you brand it the right way, you can ask for what you think it's worth. And it goes against everything that conventional advertisers and brand strategists will tell you to sell this cheesesteak for, because you're in the city of cheesesteaks. If you're not from Philadelphia, let me give you the landscape. Philadelphia is broken up into four major areas. You have your north, your south, your west, and then there's everything else. Center City, Northeast, Fishtown, so on and so forth. Germantown and Nicetown. Let's not forget Nicetown. They have some good cheesesteaks out there, right? I can't think of any place that charges $100 for a cheesesteak. And if I'm wrong, please put a comment in here and let me know where in the city can you go to get $100 cheesesteak. I want to know. Man, I stumbled on this by accident. Barclay Prime is branded as a boutique steakhouse for the 21st century. Barclay Prime provides a sleek and sexy space for world-class cuisine, and they sell $100 cheesesteak. Let me tell you what's in the cheesesteak. A5 Japanese Wagyu beef, foie gras, shaved truffles. Comes with a small bottle of champagne. Now that sounds like something that I would like to eat every day. What I wouldn't like to do is to have to be in competition with a business who can ask for $100 for this cheesesteak. But let's move aside from that. How did they do it? How did they brand themselves in such a way where they can ask for $100 for a cheesesteak in a market that is saturated with cheesesteaks? Now, the conventional brand strategist takes whatever your product is, right? I don't care if you're selling cheesesteaks, if you're selling t-shirts, if you're selling lotions, if you're selling flashlights, whatever it is, whatever you have, whatever you sell, we always think of that as the steak. And the reason we think of it as the steak is because it's the thing that you spend the most time and attention into developing and getting right for the plate. The plate is what you serve the steak on, right? And it's that thing that you, as a creator, as a developer, it's the thing that most people bring to us to brand. The reason that most people bring it to us to brand is because it's usually their baby. It's the thing that they focus the most on. It's the thing that they sleep, eat, dream. It's the thing that they can't stop thinking about. So it's the most perfected part of what they want to offer to a consumer or a customer, right? Our job here is to take that steak and start adding the decorations. It comes with, a bottle of champagne, comes with shaved truffles, comes with foie gras. Okay. I got to figure that out. And the type of plate, the setting, it says that Barclay Prime has marble surfaces and crystal chandeliers, right? All of that is a part of branding. And here's how. When you just hand someone a steak and you ask them for $100, They're usually not inclined to do that in a city where you can go and get. You can't get the same steak. I don't know any other place that uses A5 Japanese Wagyu beef, shaved truffles, and foie gras. But you can go get a pretty good steak for a price point between $12 to $20, $30 at the most that I think I've ever seen, with the added trimmings, right? What the key point to remember here is that they not only give you a steak, they give you an experience, which is the key element to branding any product or service. If we all do the same thing, if we all clean carpets, if we all, I don't know, if we all take pictures, if we all are photographers, how would someone ever know to pick you out of a crowd of carpet cleaners, out of a crowd of photographers, if you have a hand lotion that really works? How is it that you can stand out from the pack of people who can develop hand lotions and candles and scents? And how is it that you can do those things in a place that's saturated with those services or products? And what the Barclay Prime has been able to do is to not only up their game as far as the quality of meat that they provide for the steak, because they use an A5 Japanese Wagyu beef, which, I'm going to be honest with you, with no prior investigation, it just sounds like A5 Japanese Wagyu beef is really, really good. Just the name alone sounds like this is a steak that I've never had. I could have very well have tasted Wagyu beef and just not known that it was Wagyu beef, right? But they made it a point to let you know that they serve you a cheesesteak on A5 Japanese Wagyu beef. And why is that important? In branding, transparency matters, and the quality of the product that you are presenting to your customers, to presenting to your clients, the quality, you overlook it because it's just something that you do. We always leave a ribbon after we finish cleaning the carpets, and we always leave a thank you card, and we always make sure we leave an air freshener and a candle and so on and so forth. We always make sure we follow up and say thank you for your services. But who knows that unless they pay you for that service? So transparency comes in because you literally have to tell your potential consumers what it is that you put into this product or service. Because those things are the things that stand out and sound good to the person who's looking at it. Now, without prior knowledge of what A5 Japanese Wagyu beef is, I'm going to assume that that's a high quality beef. I'm going to assume that every other place doesn't do that. They don't provide that kind of beef into the cheesesteak. So it automatically takes the value up for your potential consumer. Not only that, when you hear that it comes with a bottle of champagne and you're surrounded by marble surfaces and crystal chandeliers, it takes another step up in its value. Because now I'm not just sitting in a steak house or in a cheesesteak restaurant. I'm actually surrounded by sophistication and decor and things that would make me want to pull this $100 out and pay, very handsomely for this kind of experience. But what is it that you have that you've undersold or you've undervalued because you didn't know how to be transparent? It's just the thing that you do that separates you from your competition, that you've undervalued because you figure that everybody does it. Odds are you're wrong. There's always something that's a little bit different. And the key to branding yourself is finding what that difference is, highlighting that difference, and writing that into what your value is. Okay? I just want to tell you that there is a customer base for the $100 cheesesteak. Is it for everyone? Nope. It's not. But is it for the people who will spend the money on it? Yes, absolutely. The key to branding is realizing that your product and service isn't for everyone. You can't make it for everyone. Everyone's not going to understand it. Everyone's not going to appreciate it. Everybody doesn't value it. If it doesn't have value to the person you're talking to or showing it to, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're selling it for 10 or 100. If it doesn't have a value, they just don't want it. So whatever your product is, go back to the template. Think of this $100 cheesesteak in a city of cheesesteaks where its cheesesteaks don't cost $100. I'm personally going to go and make sure that I figure out how to get an appointment to eat this steak. I definitely need to go see what this steak is about. Effective branding is making sure that you can drive home the differences between you and them. All right? Thank you for tuning in. Building Better Brands. I'm your host, Rezon Harris. Share it, like it, subscribe. Tell me what you want to talk about. Leave me a comment. If you have a product or service that you are trying to brand or develop, leave me a comment. I would love to look at it. If you can share a snapshot of it, if it's an image, I would love to look at it and tell you what I think. Again, thank you for joining. I'm Rezon Harris for Building Better Brands, the podcast where we build better brands. That's very simple. And I'll speak to you soon.